ways. That's how they're going to sound. Blah, 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 blah. Because when you're looking at the autograph thing, or not the autograph thing, the audition book, it's just a binder with pages in it of the characters and stuff. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, well, I'll try for this, and I thought it was going to be like really authentic accents. I thought, because I hadn't seen the show, so I thought they want authentic. So I have this big book of accents and dialects and things like that, and I'm going through and I'm getting, because also Funimation is hyping it up like this. They're telling us, they go, you better know your dialects, you need to know your accents, like hardcore. And all of a sudden I feel like I'm back in theater history class when I'm making the teacher angry and not getting good grades. And so, oh yeah, speaking of which, man, I really salute you people that are like getting your master's degrees and all that kind of stuff, and you're writing thesis papers and things. I talked to this one person yesterday, I go, how long is your thesis paper going to be? And she's like, oh, it's going to be like 102 pages. It blew me away. 102 pages. After page 12, I'm just repeating myself. I'm finding different ways to say the same thing. But apparently not this person. Scripts are different. Scripts have a different format. I can write a 100-page script. That's cool. But a paper with no pictures? So stay in school. And so I'm looking through the, no, really, stay in school. And so I'm looking through the binder and I'm getting my dialects ready and my accents. And I have my playlist to repeat while I'm in the car of the different pronunciations of these dialects and these playlists and things. And so I'm like, okay, good, I've got it. Okay, it's down, my accents are down, and I had, had them down. So I go into Funimation, and we're doing the audition, and I'm going through it, and he calls up the page, and he's like, who do you want to read for? And I'm like, whatever country's personified. So he calls it up, and we start reading it, and it's going okay. And like, for example, because this is what I mean. Yesterday I was talking about how they only have pictures of the characters in the binder. I had a very different take on Germany, because I didn't see him move. Had I heard the Japanese version, I wouldn't have thought he talked like this up here. Very German. 9. Well, down here. So I didn't, you don't know that stuff. And also, that's where the director really comes in handy, is where they tell you stuff like that, but I wasn't told any of that. And so when I did my Italian accent, it was very authentic, and, talking about the olive oil and the garlic, and things like that, and so he didn't say anything. Meaning he didn't say change it. He didn't say, hey, it's higher pitched, it's higher energy, and I think I even said, man, it's that, or if you want a stereotypical, like, Mario Brothers accent, you can do that. He said, no, that's okay. So I was like, all right, cool. And so I leave. Well, then I get the call that, okay, hey, come on in, you're going to record for Hetalia, you're going to be England, let's get rocking. So I'm like, okay, cool, he liked my England one, great. So I start recording as England, and record the whole show as England. And so, as we're going through, and a new guy, who's not with Funimation anymore, he got Italy, and apparently he was the bomb. He was awesome. And I'd never met him before, never heard of him. I knew he was in my sights because I wanted to kill. And so as we're going along, we find that Hetalia can be offensive in some circles. It's kind of like that thing. A lot of things are offensive when people don't really, in my opinion, when they don't really analyze the entire situation. So it's kind of like if you don't really get all your facts together and you just go off with what one posting on Facebook or something, and you just go with that and you don't do your own research, well, all of a sudden Hetalia is this blasphemous, racist, ridiculous, horribly offensive show. When really, if you said, okay, someone says, let me go watch a couple episodes, then you realize, oh, it's like Monty Python. Everybody gets made fun of, all that kind of stuff. And that's like with a lot of things in life, like the hoodie thing. People are like, oh my God, what did Ronaldo say? Hoodies murder people? Ah! Please look back at what he said, make your own assessments and blah, 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 blah. Whatever, this isn't a Geraldo panel. But, so Italy, but this guy that was doing Italy was like, he was offended by the show. He's like, I don't know how you can do this. This is kind of offensive to people I know, blah, blah, blah. So he drops. He backs out of the show. Boom, we got a hole where Italy is. What's going to go there? Who's going to go there? So I'm Like, knock, knock. Hey. What you doing? Working on a show? And so he goes, okay, yes, I would like you to audition. And so then I'm thinking like, oh great, I'm going to be England and I'm going to be Italy. All right, this will be cool. But England and Italy share scenes and the voices are too close in pitch to where you would recognize it. It's not something where I could do something really high and then come over here and do something really low. Like I did this game called Lufia, Curse of the Sinistrals for the DS, and I actually play the hero and my own mentor. But the voices are so different. And so, so I auditioned for Italy. And I come in and I go, okay ma'am, I've worked on this show. This stuff ain't authentic. So you're wanting like a Mario voice? And he goes, yeah, hit me with it. And I go, it's me, you're Mario. Let's go. And so I brought a Goomba with me that I was eating. The Goomba's like, taking a bite out of its head. Kicking it with my... And so I do my Mario impression, and he digs on it. He's like, okay, cool. I really like that. And I go, I really like that you like that. And he goes, but I can't make a decision yet. I've got to get someone else in here to read for Italy. I'm like, okay, cool. The other person comes in. He reads them, and now he's in the running for Italy. So it's this guy and I. Going back and forth. We each get called in for a session. We come in, we do the audition, we're reading it, can't decide. It's toe to toe. Line producer wants this guy to do it. The director wants not that guy to do it. So we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. And so we're going toe to toe. The show's getting later and later.